channel. So way back a while ago, the Hey Listen crew thought of this cool idea called Forum Decorum. And basically it was this idea where we'd look around the forums, find interesting topics to talk about, and use them as a jumping point for discussion kind of thing. And yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously it clearly went nowhere because I don't think we've returned to the segment since it was introduced.
There are a few segments like that. Where we just started them and then didn't do anything with them.
And then stopped giving a fuck.
Yeah, exactly. It's my life. But...
Like, bite my backlog?
Yeah, there's that. I mean,
Oh my God.
Okay.
It wasn't... Oh, come on, it's not that funny.
I tried. Like, I was trying to make a big initiative here, but... I mean, that was more successful than this. It actually lasted a few episodes, but...
Yeah.
It was because we actually stopped recording for a few weeks that didn't go anywhere.
Right.
But yeah, we're gonna feel it out with this Forum Decorum because we're not sure exactly how we want to format it yet. But for now, we're just gonna like kind of pick them randomly, you know, and go about it. This is on PetesGamerForum.com. The greatest, most intuitive name for a forum.
Yeah. So yeah, these are we're in the doldrums currently in this forum. We've been in the doldrums for a very long time in this forum.
The doldrums.
The doldrums, yes. To use some seafaring terminology for those folks that are in the know.
It's not me.
Wow. Okay. So, anyways, so we thought about starting off with this topic. That's I don't know when it was made originally. Here, let's go into the topic, shall we?
And give the topic creator some cred.
Yeah, Superhero X7.
He's my favorite. He's my favorite. Shout out.
Okay. Have you ever talked to him? July 25th, 2014, he made this topic, and it's, do you consider the PS2 Retro? And it's gotten some pretty, it's gotten a bunch of responses, about 26 posts in this one topic. So it's, for our forum, that's pretty active. So that's pretty good. Interesting, but I don't think I responded. I haven't responded. I don't think any of us have. Well, maybe some of us have. I don't know.
No, I haven't. Wait, yes, huh? Yes.
You did.
No,
post.
yes, I did.
Okay, but I didn't see it. And I guess we can sort of talk about like. So, what do you guys think about this? Do we consider the PS2 retro?
Absolutely.
I think.
Yep.
You do?
Yeah.
Both of you think that it's retro?
Do you think it's retro?
Yeah. 2 generations ahead at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd consider that retro though. That's the thing. I think.
Wow.
I just don't know if we're far enough removed yet. I mean,
I think we are.
I know it's 2 full generations, and I know that it's. I don't know. I'm just reluctant to do that. I don't know why, because like with the N64 and PS1 and that stuff, last generation, I was like so willing to just put them in the retro. Like I was like, oh yeah, they're totally retro. But I think the thing that's keeping me from definitively going like, oh yeah, they're retro consoles is simply the fact that there hasn't. I think the graphical jump difference probably was. Well, it was probably its most pronounced between the most recent generations. And by pronounced, I mean it's pronounced how little, or how less of a change it was. I guess is what I'm saying. It's not that it doesn't look better, but it's not as pronounced as of a, yeah. Maybe that's kind of what's keeping me, because some of these games still look really good. I mean, you can see that just with the HD versions of these games coming out. Like I've been playing the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD remix, and okay, so yes, it's it's gotten the HD treatment and it's given a new coat of paint. It makes it look really nice, but these games still look pretty good, despite that. The fact that they, are they're still getting some mileage out of them still. So I just kind of have a reluctance to admit that they're considered retro just because they're 2 generations behind. But I'm not really sure if I agree with that.
Of course, there's also the fact that they just stopped producing it here, I think, a couple of years ago. Because literally, they were producing PS2s up until, I think, 2012.
Yeah, the PS2 got, like... I mean, there were games still being released on it.
Yeah.
Not even, 6 years ago, there were still games being released on it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the WWE games were getting released, I believe, up to, I want to say, 2010? SmackDown vs. Raw 2010, but then I'm not...
Of course they were.
Well, yeah, I mean... And I think they just released, there was like a fucking FIFA game that is actually officially the last PS2 game ever released. So...
Yeah, I mean, I think the definition is different for, like, everyone. Because, like, some people would just say that, like Super Nintendo and back, like Genesis and back is retro gaming, and everything past that's modern.
That's not true either.
Well, see, the thing is that, like, that's the problem. I don't know if there is really a set definition of it, really.
Yeah.
No, but it's like there's like a split in gaming where I think you say modern gaming, and I don't think you're gonna put PlayStation 2 there. But then people are undecisive about retro.
Yeah.
Because it's like there's like a certain point where it's like PlayStation 2, even like a graphical difference, even though we're not about like the graphics or anything, it's still like you can tell there's a jump. There's like a difference between then and now. You can see the noticeable change.
Yeah.
And like some even like when you have a system where there's like some people in mainstream will look at you like kind of strangely, like if you're playing your PlayStation 2, they'd be like, "Oh, why aren't you playing your PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4?" Well, like 2 levels ahead.
I suppose so, but like, I mean, I just go back to the fact that they were still releasing games for that system. Just probably like the last big releases I was thinking of the system were like Persona 3 and 4,
right?
And those came out in the late 2000 like. 2000, so it was like around 2008 kind of idea was when those were coming out. I think there were some Shin Megami Tensei games that came out after that, even on the PS2.
Right. But then it seems at the point there was Madden games, sports games that were being released.
Right, yeah, and those just kind of go with the territory.
Well,
like,
yeah, I mean, you get Madden every year, you get NBA 2K every year, you get the WWE games, you get those every damn year, you get Call of Duty every year. But you see, like for me, when I was big into the PS2, I was 12, 13, 14 years old. So I really, not only was I growing up, I really grew up as a young kid playing like Mario 3. As a teenager, I was playing Sly Cooper. I was playing, Grand Theft Auto. I was playing Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank, and so.
Yeah, I see that.
I don't know. Maybe some of my reluctance is just because. I don't know. Like, I don't even know if I wouldn't even consider the GameCube retro. I have a hard time admitting that that's retro too.
And that's the same generation.
Yeah, exactly.
But they haven't been making GameCubes since what?
2006 or 7. 2006 or 7. Yeah. Yeah. It was right around that era. Nintendo likes to stop production of their consoles.
Right.
Pretty soon after they're done.
Xbox, though, with Microsoft, they're still releasing 360 games. But
and they say they will be for years too.
Yeah, at this point, one of the last big releases, in the last year was GTA 5.
Yeah.
Once you get to that point where you're not getting the big, AAA titles, and you're getting stuff like Madden, 2K, and I'm pretty sure, like, with, going back to the WWE series, we're going to be seeing WWE 2K for a couple more years on the 360 PS3 generation. So.
You know what was really wild? I saw a standard DS game, a new release. It was it was Frozen Olaf's Quest, or something like that. It was like, this is like relatively new. It's like within the past 2 months this was released. And I just thought that was the craziest thing. They're still releasing DS games? Like, I guess that's only one. Ooh, yeah!
don't know. I don't know handhelds. And see, there is another interesting discussion because if they just released. It's a movie cash-in tie-in game, so I really wouldn't count that as a big, recent release. But
no, it's not a big release, but it was still funny that they're still doing that, though.
Yeah,
is what I thought. But I don't know. Like, I just have a weird. I just have a hard time doing that. I don't think I would consider that to be retro.
Well, let's go one step back. What would you consider the PS1 and N64 retro?
Yes, I would. I would consider those retro.
Okay. What about the Dreamcast?
The Dreamcast?
Yeah.
That's tough. Because that's totally in between.
It's definitely retro.
Now, I would definitely consider that one retro. I think that's... See, PS2
it's tough. It's
more of a gray area.
Yeah.
The Dreamcast, that was only around for a couple of years. That was Sega's last console. And, I mean, it was around the time the PS2 was out, but...
Yeah.
It just didn't...
No, yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that's tough. It's tougher, but I still think I'd probably side with that being retro for sure. That makes more sense. It came out because it was sort of an in-between release. It was in between the PS2 and the GameCube and sort of thing, and it was sort of
those PS2 and stuff came out. The Dreamcast was done. That's just unfortunate.
Yeah, and it was sort of ahead of its time, and
mm-hmm.
It was better than what the previous offerings had, but it wasn't quite as good as the other stuff that would come out after. So
I mean, it wasn't, and then I think people, Sega really did screw themselves with the 32X, and that's actually, I just saw a video. The gaming historian was talking about the N64 disk drive, and the reason that never came over is because, well, there wasn't a lot of compelling software, but it was because the 32X was still fresh in people's minds. So.
Right. Yeah, console add-ons. It's interesting that add-ons like that don't seem to do particularly well, like that.
Yeah, it's not
especially when it's new software kind of thing where it's like.
Nintendo,
I mean, I guess the e-reader did okay, but.
And Nintendo was always good about when they released the DS, you could play Game Boy Advance games on it. 3DS, you can play DS games on it. PS3, you could do PS2 and PS1 games, but then they took that feature out later on. PS4, I don't think is even backwards compatible at all. So there's
no, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's still tough. I mean, I don't know if I would consider them modern, but I don't think I would consider them retro. So it's something in between.
It's in between for you. I guess me and Zach are considering it retro just because we I don't know.
It's in limbo. I'd say it's in limbo, maybe.
In limbo, yeah. I think maybe I'm gonna change it and say yes, but not definitively. Just because we are 2 generations ahead. But they stopped releasing games for it in the last 2 years. It's one of those ones where, you go back to the PS1, that, retro, where this is still kind of that gray area with the PS3, fuck no. That is not retro.
Right. Well, I mean, this isn't really a great argument just because it's it came out in a different generation, but yeah, so I guess basically I'm saying, just count this already, but so I'm almost if you're counting the PS2 as retro, you can almost count the Wii as retro. I mean, you can't because it's not the same generation.
Yeah.
But they're very similar in
Oh yeah, Wii was the Wii was the worst console in history. So.
Oh God.
In that
Fuck you, Zach.
No.
In that realm,
if you could say any of those things, both of those consoles were tremendously successful for their company.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The PS2 and the Wii were both very.
Although the Wii had a complete cubic buttload of shovelware.
Yeah, I mean that's not
you really had to
Ouya,
dig.
though.
You almost have to.
Yeah, but like every console has that though.
Find the AAA, hidden gems.
Every console has that though.
Yeah, those consoles are great and all, but let's not discredit the Ouya or anything. You know? It's a very underrated console. Probably the best that I've had a significant experience with it. I spent at least a half hour playing it.
Did you play Amazing Frog?
No. Oh no, I haven't actually checked that one out. I spent some of the more popular games. The ones that have like a couple hundred sold. I was playing those ones.
Yeah, because everyone else, just pirates the games.
Yeah, I haven't played it, but I saw it in Target the other day, and I
saw it in Target. And
I would have just laughed.
I was gonna snatch it.
Snatch one up.
Snatcher.
Be like, yeah, dude, Snatcher.
What a classic rare game.
Oh my god.
Oh my. Yeah, I don't know. It's in limbo for me. I think give it a few years. Give it a.
Play,
Come on, Nick.
CD, but...
Come on, Nick.
What?
I think you know better than that.
What? I'm not saying the Sega CD was, great.
No, I know what you said. You just started. Alec was in the middle of talking.
Yes.
Oh wait, are they doing a HD remake of a Snatcher, or there's
That's absolutely what I was talking about. You got it.
Are they doing that?
No.
Oh, I wish.
I don't know.
They should do that.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on in this call anymore. I was talking about something else.
What's happening? Oh, well, basically, I was just saying, give it a few years, and I'll probably consider it retro.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it a couple
Gray
months.
area at this point, but...
give it a couple...
Mr. Wishy-Washy.
Mr. Wishy-Washy.
Dude, I'm not wishy-washy. That's Cole.
That would be Cole, yeah.
I mean...
Wow, we're just throwing him into the bus here, huh?
He's not here. Cole Stradamus, why?
Because he made a prediction that LeBron was going back to Cleveland.
Oh, yeah,
that's
right.
Cole, if you're watching it and listening to this right now, give me next week's damn lottery numbers. Give me next week's lottery numbers. I'll split the winnings with you.
You think you'd be at Staples right now if he could just win the lottery?
Dude, he better be at Staples right now because he's not in this call.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
what a butt.
If he could win the lottery that easily, he wouldn't be working at Staples.
Really?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I'm just making a joke.
He better hook us up too.
Yeah. Yeah. You get a cut. Get a cut. So, any other topics?
I don't know. Are there any topics? Well, how about your big series of topics?
Yeah, my Hey Listen episodes that I've been posting, right?
No.
Discuss those episodes. No, but yeah, community poll tourney number 3 has been going on for about 8 years now.
Yeah, it sure feels that long.
Close to the 10th anniversary coming up. Yeah. But yeah, we've before the community poll tourney number 3, we had the first 2 ones were the 7th generation video game tournament we had. Where was it out of Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and Wii games. It was a tournament between those, and then Skyrim was the winner of that. And then I had 7th generation handheld games, which was just DS and PSP, where Professor Layton and the Diabolical Unwound Village.
The Diabolical Unwound Village.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like an underdog thing. No one really expected that to win. I expected The World Ends With You was like an early one. People wanted to win.
I really wanted that to. That deserved it to me because that game.
If it deserved it, it would have won.
Well, it did deserve it, so it should have won.
Why didn't it get the votes?
Because it gets snubbed. It's like when Crash won the Best Picture Oscar.
What?
No one thought it should win. Everyone thought Brokeback Mountain should have won.
Oh. Very nice.
It shouldn't have won.
I guess
but we actually have official
power of homophobes.
This is a democratic process, though. So you can't knock the democratic process.
Yeah.
It's what our country was founded on. So.
Okay.
But Community Poll Tournament 3 is video game music. And at first it was one of the most successful it's been the most successful probably tournament so far.
And I think I voted in like one because like every other track that's been in there is like something I don't know what that is, why or.
Yeah, so that's why you shouldn't vote, because you don't have the option to listen to every one.
Yeah, it doesn't. You know? That's not the point. The point isn't to not. The point's to listen to the theme, because like I don't know what half these things, like everything Pestro puts in it, I have no idea what that's from. I literally don't know any of it.
Yeah, Nick, I post the if you go to the topics, I post the links to the YouTube videos, and you can listen to them right there.
Yeah,
and I don't bother to.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
wow,
I just
get out of the call.
Come on now, pump the forums, yo. Come on.
That's the easiest way to do it. It's a community poll tourney.
Yeah, well, last time I was even in the forums last night bragging about the fact that I beat Batman on the NES. So.
Oh man, that was so long ago.
So long ago, I just beat it last night.
Oh, I was serious.
I made the Joker my bitch.
Wow.
Do you not get sarcasm or like any of these social cues, Nick?
Whatever.
Alright,
so yeah, that's been fun.
It has been fun. It needs a little bit more activity. Every once in a while there's one where someone votes, like there's like an 11 or 12 votes on it.
Yeah.
But then there's like somewhere there's just like 4 or 5, and it's
yeah, recently it's been low, but if you look at like the first match of the tournament had 20 votes. And then it was really high in the first few matches consistently for a while. Second had 23 votes, like it would even go up higher than that and a little bit lower, but it was going really high, and there were a lot of replies. Every now and then there's a topic that gets a bunch, but it's been a little slow lately. But that's the forum in general, I guess. But I also post them all on Facebook, so I update Facebook and Twitter whenever I post it. So I try to update it every night, but from now on I'm doing it where you need like at least 5 votes for me to do it, because it's like I can't really judge it on 3 votes. It's not fair.
Oh, I just broke a tie on the most recent one.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What is the most recent one?
The most recent one is a track from this game called Rewrite. I think it's a visual novel.
Yeah.
Which is called Scattered Flowers. It's a really, really nice composition. I really like it. And then versus the main theme from Punch-Out, the Wii version. So it's the big band version of the main theme.
Okay. Let's try and find
and I voted for the Punch-Out theme because.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just I had to go for it. Like,
yeah.
As much as I liked the other piece, like the other piece was really great, and I probably would have voted for it. And that's the thing. Like, it happens where it's like, man, a lot of these like underrated ones are really, really good, but it's just like something in me is like, no, I gotta vote for the other one. Like, I just have to do it.
Yeah, a lot of times it's like, sometimes even if they might be just as good, they don't stand a chance when it's like a big name one.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and I think I was kind of with Botza on, because there was one where like the Lost Woods theme won over one of his, and he was just really he was
pissed.
I hate that theme. He's just like,
well,
he was like,
yeah, but sometimes I've been surprised by some. You can tell people are like actually listening, because some like unknown ones end up winning over the others, but.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Simon's theme from Castlevania Harmony of Despair beat Fighting of the Spirit from Tales of Symphonia. Wait, what's Simon's theme?
Tales of Vesperia?
No, Symphonia.
Oh, that one, okay. Yeah, the 2 Tales of Vesperia tracks didn't make it. I really like both of those, but it's a cutthroat competition here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm not really big on the Simon's theme version.
But this is one of the most cutthroat tournaments, because like I haven't been able to. Like, the other tournaments were pretty predictable a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I knew Skyrim was going to win from the first match that we did for the first tournament.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember what it was. It was the Euro remix from Outrun 2006 versus Lost Woods, and Lost Woods just creamed it. It was 12-3. And Botza was, like, so mad.
Well, Zelda's, really popular. Zelda's always had just excellent music. Final Fantasy is another one of those series that the music is always top notch.
Yeah, I think like maybe I want to look back and see how many Zelda songs have lost. I think Like one or two, maybe.
Yeah, only like a couple. A lot of the Zelda songs have won. I was so mad when the wait, let's see if I can find it, because it was one of my. Well, first of all, you mislabeled it, so that didn't help.
Okay.
Bravo.
Way to go.
You had one job, Zach.
No, Nick, you don't know. I did it properly.
One job.
But no, I was saying before we started going off there, I was saying that it's an unpredictable tournament, because even though I know the whole bracket, I can't make a prediction any one track that will win above anything else right now.
Yeah, that's going to be really tough later on. It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, if you end up doing a tournament later on where greatest game but of the, you know, the 8-bit or 16-bit era, you're gonna have somewhat of an idea of what might end up winning. I mean, more so than, or maybe less so than like with the 7th generation one, because you knew Skyrim was gonna win. Because there's so many great games between, you know, 8-bit and 16-bit era, that more than likely you're gonna end up seeing like Mario 3 or Mega Man 2 or Chrono Trigger.
That's why I probably won't do like strictly retro one. If anything, it'll be like a huge one that encompasses everything at the end. But
at the end of all things. Here's Sam at the end of all things.
What if you lump the 8 and 16-bit generations together?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Pro Evolution Soccer 2014 was the last PS2 game.
Yeah, remember what I said about there was some soccer game? I thought it was a FIFA one. Yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing.
But yeah, this is really cutthroat though. For sure.
Because literally, like, I was looking at the next rounds, and it's just gonna keep getting harder. But that's the thing when you have, since it's like a randomly generated tournament, the entire thing. Also, it's like a combination of like community's picks, and then some of mine, and then some of just like the most acclaimed tracks in history. I just put them all together and then randomize the whole
that
thing.
Bitch. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of times you'll have like two of the best ones together the first round.
Yeah, and then
you'll have like two weak ones together next round. So like a weaker one will go on further than one of the greatest ones. That's the thing when you do randomly, but it makes it more exciting when it's randomized.
And then more fair, because then you're not specifically rigging the matches where you think yours is gonna end up the winner.
Yeah.
It's at least fair.
But yeah, I can't make a prediction on any one track that's better than anything else. Like,
yeah,
like the Skyrim theme was eliminated first round. I really like the Skyrim theme.
Wow, it was? I forgot about that. Like, what did it lose to?
Let me see. See if I can find it.
It took an arrow to the knee.
No, it didn't though.
No, I think it put up a fight.
It's actually a piece of music. I don't think it took an arrow to the knee, but it's okay.
I was making a joke about
that. Yeah, come on. Give him some credit
arrow
here.
to the knee meme.
Oh, I was completely serious. Everyone's getting Skyrim tonight. I mean,
Skyriming?
Okay.
Everyone's getting my sarcasm tonight.
Oh, here we go. Build that wall from Bastion. Yeah, that was one of mine.
Oh yeah, that was one of the cases where you could tell people are actually listening, because it's like...
Yeah.
That game is awesome, too.
Skyrim won an entire tournament, I'll have you know.
Yeah.
The thing with Bastion...
At least I think it was one. I think it was one.
Anything about it, but it was Pete Dorr talking about the fact that you have a guy narrating your journey. Kid gets out of bed, like shit like that. I was like, okay, I'm gonna...
Hey, Pete Dorr voted on one of these matches, or a couple of them.
Did he? Very cool.
It was like when he was inspired after like hearing about the forums dying, he posted a couple times and left.
Again.
And then disappeared.
Oh, Pete. We love you, Pete. Please. Just
damn it.
Let me see
be a little bit more active. We love you.
Let me see which one it was. Let me see which one it was. Oh, it was the one with Fire Emblem.
How much did the Bastion win? Wow! It only won by one vote. Wow, the Bastion song. Holy cow.
Yeah, a lot of them were really close, especially in the beginning. More recently, it hasn't been that close. Especially when you get like a lower vote turnout. It doesn't look as good when they're close. It's like,
Well, it seems like when you get the ones that have the more popular, tracks, you're going to get people wanting to vote. and then you get some obscure, like this Punch-Out one from this visual novel. It's like, what is this game and what is this song?
Well, yeah, naturally people are like that, but I mean, some of even the most popular ones didn't get that many votes.
Did you throw this one near Happy Cat Factory from Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers?
No, I didn't.
Really?
Someone put that? Oh wait, no. I think that was what I was just looking at, like some of the top video game music. Oh, no, okay. Actually, no. Maybe that someone did post that. Maybe I'm not sure.
I can't pick. Wow, is it really good? Wait, hold on. Let me listen to this. I don't think I voted on this one.
Oh, you didn't listen?
Hold on. Let's hear this.
Just listen to the silence.
That's actually not so bad. I kind of dig that.
Yeah, it's one of the things with this tournament is that it's like, even as I'm putting together, it's letting me discover all this music I never heard of.
Dude, okay, so I think a dark horse might win this one. You know what that dark horse is? Yes.
It sounds like it reminds me of the users.
It kind of is. It's one of the most shocking themes. Like, it really is, because you're like, hey, dude, like, I've shown a few friends of mine. I was like, you want to hear the main theme to Pictionary, the video game? And they're like, okay.
Yeah, so many people were.
And then I play it for them, and then you slowly see, like, the reaction, like, after, like, you know, when it, you know, because it's like, and then it, like, really gets going, and, like, seeing their reactions to that, and then laughing because of how good it is.
So many people were down for that track, but even that, I don't know how long that's going to last, because there's so many good ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
If we can find it, we'll see what it goes up against next.
Oh, man, that's rough. Gusty Garden Galaxy?
Yeah.
Which is, like, really... Wow, that got destroyed, which is really tough. That's
Gusty
so tough.
Garden, is that from Super Mario Galaxy 1?
Yeah, it lost to Terra from Final Fantasy VI, so...
Okay.
At least it lost to something that's, like, worth it.
Yeah, there were two great ones, but...
Yeah, it was one of those... Because Mario Galaxy had amazing music.
Oh, yeah, it's spectacular. Spectacular music, so...
I think Pictionary will probably win the second round, at least. I don't know where it'll go from there. Oh, I think it'll win the third round too.
But yeah, that's a really exciting thing. So if you see that, check out Pete's Game Room Forum. It's one of the sub forums that you can see. It's a bit down. You scroll down a little bit, but you can see it there. It says community polls, tournaments, and contests. Do a few different things on there. Right now, the community poll tourney is the only really big thing that's happening right now. But
yeah, I asked Berlin to make a section basically so I could just post a topic for each, so there could be more discussion and wouldn't be as cluttered. And then I could do the voting on there to kind of get more activity in there. But it's been pretty good. We've gotten a good amount of posts for each topic, considering
the doldrums.
Exactly.
Yes.
But yeah, all those visual novels, you know, it's Rockman Dash.
Pestro.
All those shmups, you know, it's Pestro.
Oh yeah, you know it.
Yep.
But yeah, so that, I guess that's Forum Decorum for now.
That is pretty cool.
You'll never hear
I dug it.
Again.
No, don't say that.
We will.
We definitely will. We'll do it again.
It's fun. We'll have to do more sessions like this where we just record a couple videos instead.
Yeah.
You know.
It's not bad.
Then we can have some stuff.
Instead of a podcast?
So, yeah, because when
we only have a little bit of time like we had tonight. So.
Yeah, especially when...
Well, didn't you say you were going to be
I'll see you guys next time. You can follow the podcasts. Yep. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, it is almost 9 where you are. Fuck. My sense of
the podcast is on iTunes if you want to listen to the video game podcast we do. And it's a Hey Listen video game podcast. And you can go on facebook.com/HeyListenPod and like us there for the latest updates. Twitter.com/HeyListenPod. You can follow us there for the latest updates. And you can go and subscribe to the channel you're on right now. And then, you can go follow me on twitter.com/ZRPG and youtube.com/ZRPGrevamped.
I'm Chronolink9. You can find me on YouTube. You know, I'm the Chronolink9 on there. Me and Cole are going to be doing a little something here in a little bit. I think doing a little, just, I don't know, like if it's a competition really, but more so just like a
debate.
Yes, a debate of some sorts. So we'll be doing something on our respective channels in the near future. So you can look for that. It's be the first activity I'll do in like a year, over a year.
Wait, didn't you just do a video? Wasn't one of your last videos was the Secret Santa for PGRF?
Okay, yeah, I guess that's true.
That might have been it.
I did do a Chrono Cross review too. That's true. I forgot about that, but yeah. So you can look for that in the coming future.
All right, Nick, where are you at?
All right, you can find me on Twitter at GaminPegasus187. You can find me on Instagram at Pegasus187.
Oh.
You can find me on PGRF, Pete's Game Room Forum, at Pegasus187. You can actually...
Pokemon's RPG.
Dude, what's wrong with you? Let the man talk.
Really? Okay, where the hell... Okay, you can find me every Friday on the Slamcast. I do that with Michael Burhan, Lawn Boys Post 1975, and Mr. Brandon Ligon. That is a live podcast, on the Retro Unlim Network. It's all about wrestling. So... Yeah. And that starts at 8 p.m. Eastern. So, yeah, you can find me on there. We're actually doing our WWE SummerSlam predictions. So, funny enough, my last Side Scroller Sunday, I did my own predictions. So, they're not going to change, but yeah. And you can find me. And speaking of my YouTube, you can find me there at the Gaming Pegasus 187. I'm actually going to try and record some more footage for my Super Castlevania 4 review. So, yeah.
Man, plugs almighty.
Yep.
I'm Pokemon ZRPG.
2 is coming out. Tales of Zestiria 2 is coming out next week. I'm getting the special edition. Maybe I'll do an unboxing for that.
Nice.
Maybe. Just maybe.
Yeah,
Pokemon ZRPG on Pete's Game Room Forum.
Pokemon!
Message me. Send me your nude pics. All right. See you guys later.
No.
Bye.
See ya.